audience will be able to, if
I'll
if
look
they
myself
sign
in
up.
the mirror one more time.
Welcome to Character Friendzy. I'm your host, C.D. Shapiro. We interview extraordinary people with extraordinary questions. So let's see these questions. Today we have with us from Security Patrol 69, a guardian angel. Welcome.
Hey there, hey there, CD. Thanks for having me. But I just really quick want to confirm or change one little bit of the story. I'm not actually affiliated with the Guardian Angel. I'm my own separate entity. Truth be told, they would not have me, and so I'm doing my own thing. We are a Security Patrol 69. It is a more vengeful, a little bit tougher, I might say, operation. And the more I think about it, I think those guys are kind of clowns, and I do not want to be associated with them, especially if they do not want to be associated with me.
Alright, I am canceling them from my natural diet. You said it there. I always thought it was odd. Guardian angel, right? It's good to guard angels, but do they need guarding? They're angels.
Well, you know what? They're just a bunch of jerks. Really, they like to get dressed up. They don't take it as seriously as I do. And their time is past. If somebody wants to keep people from spray painting graffiti on the subway, they go join them. But we got a lot of bigger problems out there, and we need some real tough guys. And that's what my security patrol is all about. We're tough, and we take the law into our own hands when it comes down to it.
So they handle the small problems. You handle the big problems. What type of problems are the big problems?
Well, we like to think of ourselves as a special operations backup enforcement for the police and the military, for the jobs that the police and the military might not have the nerve to do. That's where we jump in, and we use techniques that are a little bit unorthodox, some say, and at the end of the day, we do it just to get the job done, and that's what we do. And that's why I'm proud to be a founding member of Security Patrol 69.
It's good. It's good to be a proud member. I'm sorry I didn't have my pipe when I asked that last question. Never happened again. So I met you before. I'm gonna let the audience in on when we met.
Well,
We met at 2 a.m. New York City It was the one train going down. It was dark. I was terrified. There was nobody there. And you came up to me. You said words that changed my life. Tell the people what those words were.
Well, CD, I'm really touched you remember that story, but it's a good story about why the security patrol is there. I saw you on the train, and it was very early in the morning or very late at night, depending on how you want to look at it. And I just saw you there, sitting minding your own business. And I could tell that you were terrified just to look at you because you're a little guy, And I just thought, hey, a little guy, he shouldn't be out this late at night. He's practically a woman, I didn't want anybody to accost you or to rob you or to penetrate you. So I says to you, hey, I called you Cubby because you remind me of a little bear cub. And I said to you, hey, Cubby, how are you tonight? And you feeling okay and you feeling safe? And I got the distinct impression from you at the moment that you thought I was one of those funny fellas trying to pick you up for a date, which I was not. I was I was just looking out for your safety. Anyway, we had a good chuckle about that, and then we rode the rest of the one train up to 79th Street stop, and I walked you like a gentleman home to your destination, and then there was the start of a beautiful friendship.
It was. It was. You are a true gentleman. You didn't even let me kiss you on both cheeks, which is a common exit and meet and greeting for
Right.
many people.
A little too European for me, sir, and I'm an American. We do not do the two-cheek kiss. We,
I,
uh, we we shook hands as gentlemen, and that's how we left it.
that was my fault. I just got back from holiday, as they say over there, and I was still drinking tea instead of coffee and kissing cheeks.
To each his own. To each his own. I don't judge when you're not breaking the law. I don't judge, and
Cool.
that's
Hey,
something I'm.
something interesting. Security Patrol 69. How many patrolmen do you have?
Well, Well, currently we're just shy of our goal of having a full squad. But right about now, the actual human patrol members are two, myself and my buddy Dan. We call him Secret Agent Dan, and it's him and I. But this is what's different about us. Our security patrol is not based on human. We have been breeding and training a security operation of fierce fighting house cats, of which case I personally have three in my collection right now, and I am training them because the house cats are very very vigilant. Often sitting at the windows, looking out on the world and keeping an eye. And yet I realized that they aren't doing anything when they witness a crime. That struck me when I was watching the classic film, The Silence of the Lambs, where the poor husky girl was being abducted. And who was the only witness? Her goddamn cat. And he did nothing. He just sat there and meowed. She got into the van, and she was clubbed up. And then she was, next thing you know, she's in a pit. And so the cat didn't rescue her, and then the only animal that came to her rescue at all was that little dog, and Precious. So I thought right then, I said, hey, there's a flaw in the system. If the kitty cats are going to be sitting in the windows, we can train them, and that's what we've been doing. We've been going through a process. So I have the three cats, and Secret Agent Dan, he has three cats as well. So right about now, we're just shy of 8 members. As soon as our new trainees have been officially brought on board as feline members, we'll be at 8. And my guess is that by the end of the year, we're gonna get a litter of kittens in there, and we're gonna go up to about a dozen. We're gonna have a dozen, including 2, maybe, hopefully after this, 3 or 4 actual human members, which would be great.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I guess I love it 3, 4 times. And I've seen those cats that are trained on America's Got Talent. Is it similar to that? Something like that?
No, those are more of a circus performer variety of cats that do fun little tricks. What we are doing.
So they don't
We're
protect you?
we're humanely, I want to point that out, humanely, I want to point that out, humanely, we are training cats, house cats, to be vigilantes, to keep an eye on their communities, and when it comes down to it, to be fierce fighting warriors. I mean, I'll put it this way, Chet. If you've gotten yourself into a little arm-to-arm, hand and fist combat with another person, would you rather be in a fist fight with a person, okay? Or would you rather be in a fist fight with a fierce apex predator who has 9 lives? You don't want the 9 lives, fella. I mean, that's a disadvantage. Nobody thinks about that with these cats and their 9 lives. That's what we got them there for. They sit in the perch, they watch, and they're gonna attack, and they're gonna draw blood. And that's not what you want. And that is what's gonna make this city safe.
I didn't think about it. You were right. You're like in my brain. All right, speed round. Speed round. We gotta do it. We gotta do a speed round. Self defense. Obviously, you're an expert. Every type of self defense. I'm gonna just kick a self defense style, and you give me like one move from that style, and then we'll move on. I'm just gonna rapid fire it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Karate.
Well, from karate, what you want to do is you want to have a good stance. You got to have a good center of balance, right? And then you want to protect your face, right, like this, and then be ready to protect the genitals. And then when you wait for an attack, and as soon as you attack, you grab that foot, and then you swing and you smack him upside the head. Now that's how you do it. You protect the face, the genitals. You grab that foot as it kicks in, and you slap him in the face.
All right, next Krav Maga.
Good. Krav Maga. Now that's a good one. Now that is a little lesser known. That is really all about the persona and your strength. So with Krav Maga, I actually like to take my tips from the cats, which is you get yourself into a position here where you're on defense and you're feeling a little bit, little LEDs and ready to go, and then you throw them off their game by giving them a you just hiss at them, and that gets them to move away. And that's the secret of my Krav Maga.
Tai Bo.
Well, Tai Bo. Now that's a very interesting one. Of course, you're going to want to have a good stick with you for this because it's all about the stick. It's all about the movements of the stick. Now, if you don't have a stick, this is what we're training ourselves to do is to utilize again our feline friends, and you resort to this technique only if things have gone bad, and then unfortunately one of your brethren has left behind all 9 lives. In which case, you don't have a stick. You just swing a dead cat. That's where they get the phrasing from. You can swing a dead cat. So it's good to grab them. People want to think you're going to grab them by the tail. That way you have a longer reach. Tail's going to snap off on your hand. What you want to do is you want to get those 2 back paws right on in there and swing like that.
Okay. Drunken monkey, crouching arthritis.
Drunken monkey, crouching arthritis. Now that's very controversial move because you're using the element of deception, right? Because it's right in the title. You want to look like you're drunk and like you're also down for the count. So that's the whole idea. It's like you only use this once if you get hit in the face, right? If they knock you and they make you feel, look, you drop down and you kind of let yourself seem a little bit wavy and then you're kind of stiff and it's hard to get up. And what you're doing really is you're doing like a James Brown kind of thing, like, oh, I can't get up. Oh, I can't get up. Ooh, but then they want to put the cape on you, and you're like, no, I got something about this in me, and that's all on the inside. And then you pop up and you wake up.
Man, the knowledge you possess is amazing.
It comes from studying the craft, and we're taking this very seriously. And that's why I think we stumbled onto the future of self-defense and public citizen patrol.
Now, I had to ask you this because you would know. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? And what is it? What is it?
Well, right now, what I smell is fear. That's what I smell. I smell that there's a lot of people out there, a lot of bad guys, that may be watching your program, and all of a sudden realizing that there's a lot of vigilantes out there, and they got a lot of lives. And so I think right now I smell some people thinking they may need to preemptively change what's going on in their lives and go down a better path. And that's really what I'm hoping for.
Excellent. We're gonna wrap up, but before we wrap up, there's a couple of things. I just want to. What are the top three things we need to protect ourselves? In your opinion, let's say if Security Patrol 69 isn't there, going out into the world, how should I prepare? Top three things.
Well, first of all, you're going to want to have your handy portable device, whether it be a cell phone or I like the old-fashioned Nokia. It doesn't have a screen on it, it's one of those, but it's indestructible. And I always recommend having the phone open there and already having 9 and 1 and 1 already dialed in there. That way, all you have to do is you press send, and then the call goes through. You've saved your time. So that's one. Two, I think it's very, very important that you keep yourself hydrated in a fight, right? You want to keep yourself hydrated at all times so that if something happens, that you're not parched. Because nobody wants to fight and get into hand-to-hand contact when they're parched. So I recommend for that, always carrying a bottle of some sort of liquid in a glass bottle. So maybe a nice large Perrier bottle, because that not only refreshes you with some sparkling little deliciousness, but at the same time, you can use that to crack somebody upside the head. It's a drink and a weapon. And that's why a bottle of Perrier is usually about $1 or $2 more expensive than the Poland Spring, but that's because you're paying for the weapon as well. And number three, I think the smartest thing to do is, always just be on the lookout for a cat somewhere. Doesn't have to be a house cat, could be a viral, just a wild cat or something like that. But if you can get a cat and you can get him on your side, then you've got quite an ally in a matter of fisticuffs.
Words to live by. Now, you trained a young man. He's a superstar. He's not, a patrolman, but the guy could scrap. He's a great self-defense, but he's a more of an entertainer. And I love him. You love him, but you know him. You personally trained him. Kevin Bartini. Tell us about that dude.
He's an asshole, and I'm really really sad that you brought his name up to me, because no, at the end of the day, maybe I haven't filled you in on this, but this fella, he came to me. He seemed sincere that he wanted to train, and he wanted to do some vigilante justice and help clean up his neighborhood as well. But it turned out that the whole time he was just using our situations to mock me and to mock the movement on his Twitter account and on his Facebook page and as such. So when I found that out, I really felt betrayed. And we are currently in a litigation of a legal matter, because he not only publicly humiliated my group and then used us for levity and for jokes, which is terrible, because what we're doing is really serious, but he also made off with one of my cats. So you ever see him online there taking pictures with a golden cat named Archie? You just comment there, tag me right on there, and let me know, because we are absolutely trying to track this fella down, just to give him a little bit of the justice that he deserves, and of course to get that cat back. She is missing out on some great training and is falling behind, so it's a very important thing.
Alright, just so I could avoid him, because I want to avoid him, and I definitely don't want to listen to his comedy album called Western Masshole. He sounds like a masshole. Where can we find this guy just to avoid Kevin Bartini?
No, I don't want you to avoid him. I want you to find him on just his name, at Kevin Bartini. And you go on Twitter and then call him an asshole. Send him a tweet. Say, get that cat back. See, it's not nice to be mocking people who are just trying to do what they're trying to do, and they're trying to be good people out there. Yeah, set him straight. He thinks he's so cool just because he's really handsome and funny. Well, you know what? Other people are handsome and funny too. Like, the world is full of handsome, funny people. That doesn't make you anything to write home about there. So go online at the Twitter, follow him, and then make sure you tell him that he's a coward and a cat thief.
Will do. Well, we're about finished. If you'd hang out in the green room, get a beverage, and I'm just gonna show a wrap up video to our audience, and we'll chat later about the more brutal
Appreciate it, Bobby.
type of
Thanks for
self-defense.
coming on.
Captain? Are you a character who wants to answer extraordinary questions? Email booking at setsentertainment.com. You could be a guest on our show. Want to be a part of our live studio audience? Email reservations at zen.com. This has been a Friendzy's production. On your face!